class also has several symptoms, or at least has a bunch of people around you who's currently going over sleep deprivation. So the table of contents will be extremely simple. Sleep deprivation, its physical, cognitive effects, and the reasons behind it. Today I'm going to focus more on the reasons. Before I move on, interesting statistics. 60 million Americans each year suffer from sleeping disorders. So sleeping disorders include things like unstable sleeping patterns, having insomnia, or having constant awareness while you're sleeping, and more. So what exactly is sleeping anyways? Sleeping has many different types of functions, but first of all, it gives you an adequate amount of rest, right? The 8 hours, or maybe even 7 to 6 hours of the day that you can actually rest without thinking about too much, the problems of your life. Even if you have dreams, it's just separate from your reality, right? To a certain extent. And during the time when you sleep, your brain lets out this substance called HGH, human growth hormones. This actually helps you develop stronger muscles, bones, and skin as well. It also releases peptides that actually decreases, or at least uses, your appetite to a certain extent that you can have a normal, healthy life. It also does a lot of activities with your brain memory. It organizes the things that you learned during that day. It actually categorizes into different types of categories. It helps you use it into long-term memory or short-term memory. So what if we have sleep deprivation? Sleep deprivation is suffering from a lack of sleep. That's why people use these different types of pills to sleep these days, right? Thousands of people currently around South Korea as well suffer from insomnia. They struggle to sleep for about 3 hours to 4 hours a day, and it's going to give them a lot of pain. This actually has a lot of negative effects on their abilities as well. First of all is physical damage. I would categorize it into 2 categories. First of all, as I mentioned before, HGH, human growth hormone, is extremely important to our health. Stronger muscles, skins, and bones is all coming from human growth hormones, especially for children in their teenagers, right? So what if we have sleep deprivation? We're probably going to stop growing. That's what our moms always tell us, right?
Yes.
You should sleep early, go to bed early, and wake up early. That's exactly because of HGH. Another thing is, this interesting study found out that the people who don't sleep an adequate amount are 30% more likely to be overweight. This is because of the decreased amount of peptides, which reduces the appetite of yours. And here's what it actually comes to the cognitive abilities. As I said, sleeping is a process where you organize your brain and organize what you learn during the day. If you do not have adequate amount of sleep, your brain is likely to be confused. You're less likely to be assessing situations correctly, and there is a 50% chance that you're going to make more mistakes during the day, during the next day, or you're probably going to have a lot of problems when it actually comes to concentration. So why do we actually have sleep deprivation in the first place? Here are a few obvious and something not obvious. First of all, caffeine.
Yes.
Monster,
Yes.
right? Coffee, different types of energy drinks. These all sort of makes a lot of problems regarding your sleeping patterns. Second, digital devices. They sort of make your brain think that you're in the middle of the day, around 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. So it delays the time for you to get to sleep, from short to 30 minutes to even 2 hours.
Yes.
So basically, a lot of researchers found out about this. They say that you should actually turn off your digital device at least 2 hours before you go to sleep. Another thing is seasonal changes. So why do we feel more drowsy during the winters? Because the outside it's extremely dark. But sometimes there's completely opposite effects. Artificial environment. Here in Seoul City, we've got thousands of sidewalks out there, right? We also have a bunch of lights outside. So this is likely to confuse your brain into thinking that it's daytime and have lack of sleep. Another is snoring. You might have experienced this. If you're next to a snoring person, it's extremely hard to get to sleep. Funny how if you snore yourself, your brain also finds it hard to have a deep sleep, even when you're snoring. And also the sleeping schedule affects your sleeping quality as well. If you sleep with a constant schedule, your brain is going to have more effective amount of productivity, yet if you do not, the complete opposite. Thank you.